All right, guys, welcome to another session of XM Live. My name is Kiragos. I'm here with Darek. Today we are trading 2 hours before the New York Open. But before we get started, I have a Bitcoin sell. But before we jump into it, how are you doing, Darek? How is everything?
Hello again. Nice to see you after a break. Yeah, well, I'm okay. I still didn't trade anything today, but I had a session a moment ago in beginner's room about a strategy based on pending orders. I showed some samples. I put even a pending order on Euro Kiwi, but it's still not triggered. Regarding the Bitcoin, we saw what happened on Friday. It was really a interesting day. It was a typical flash crash. And probably you remember I was showing day before that I'm expecting declines. I was expecting correction, but I didn't expect that it would be such a big correction. Anyway,
Yeah.
I made some profits on it because I had a pending. I had an order, a sell. It was closed on 120. So and they went even $10,000 lower. But anyway, it's always good to have a profit, even if it's not all what we could get. But we never know how far the market can move. My target was closed. My take profit was closed, so I cannot complain. But some people can complain because they lost all of the money they had on their accounts. And some people, even they had short positions opened, they were also stopped out on a profit, but they were stopped out because of there was no liquidity on the market for some periods. And this automatic deleverage system worked. They just even short position were closed. So a lot of interesting things happened during that Friday on cryptos.
Yeah, and now actually I'm still bearish with Bitcoin, by the way, and I'm actually right now, guys, shorting this. I'm about to also post it into the XM community. But basically, the reason that I sold this is what I was seeing, guys, is this. Basically, I first attempted the buy. We had this break and close above this low, this lower high. So we had higher low, higher high, break and close, buy here, stop loss behind this low. Market hit the stop loss, went one more time higher, then higher low, higher high. This was throughout the night, so there was nothing to trade. But then market did lower high, lower low. And in this lower high, lower low, market closed below this zone with this candlestick here. So we could sell here, stop loss behind the lower high, and go for the 1 to 2 risk to reward. Actually, this is the 1 to 1 and 1 to 2 is below. So that's why, guys, I'm selling. But of course, that's not the only reason. That's the entry model I used. But the reason I'm still looking to sell for the not scalping, intraday and swing is because 4 hours is bearish. We have also internal 4 hours, and inside this internal 4 hours, we can see that we have the 1 hour now also bearish with this break of structure. So we have 4 hours, 1 hour bearish, internal 4 hour bearish, and also now the 15 minutes shows bearish. It came really close to my stop loss. It didn't hit. Stop loss is above here, above basically this lower high. But I'm still holding, guys. We are really great for the week so far, and it's still Wednesday, but we need to always remember not to be greedy. And why I'm saying this is because we had the Bitcoin sell hit the 1 to 2, Euro USD sell hit the 1 to 2, then Euro USD buy hit the 1 to 1. So we are in profit for the last 15 days, not 15 yet, but 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be more conservative, but I'm in this sell because the plan says so, It's not like I'm chasing it. So if you guys want to take it, you can. I mean, okay, now it's a bit lower than my entry, but okay, it doesn't make any difference if you take it now. It won't matter so much the entry difference. So yeah, for me, that's the only setup I currently have, guys. I'm gonna post it in the XM community too. If you guys want to follow me there and see the trades, you can. If you don't have access to the XM community, of course, you can take it from the session now. Uh,
Well, I agree.
yes.
I agree with this conception. Um, I think that I was showing that a week ago already, but maybe I'll make a small reminder about the Bitcoin because we spent a lot of time discussing Bitcoin last week. Like already we already felt that something is in the air, and that happened 2 days
Mm,
later. I'll share the screen now to
sure,
explain
yeah.
what I meant about the Bitcoin. Uh, mm, I'm using an indicator which is many times helping me to make proper decisions, and one of that is the MACD. And I found, and this was what we discussed it was on Thursday, as I remember, morning, and I showed that there is a nice correlation between the MACD and price action. That when MACD starts falling, price it's signaling that price will fall also. The same here when MACD after a period of bullishness starts falling. Here we see when MACD starts getting bullish, it's pushing the price higher, and so it goes. And on Thursday we saw that there's some bearishness here. That MACD started turning to bearish, and it was the first day of bearishness after a period of bullish MACD and also bullish price action. And it was a signal that a correction is coming. Of course, we couldn't expect that the correction will go down to 100,000. This was something absolutely unpredictable. But due to that situation that MACD was turning bearish on Thursday, I opened a short position next day. Mm, and I think that 3 hours later, or 3, 4 hours later, price was already about below 112. It was 102 for a moment even. So I can say that the indications of the MACD this time also worked. And now, if I still believe that this uh, correlation between MACD and Bitcoin will work, it will continue to work, then of course I'm waiting now for a green bar here on the MACD. This is a bearish period, and that the fact that you started selling is absolutely in line with my expectations also that Bitcoin will be continuing declines. But there's a level where the market might stop, and that level is here. We saw that Bitcoin found a very strong support here. And after a few weeks, again, they treat it as a strong support. And it's not, we cannot rule it out that it will be again supported here. So even I see bearishness on daily chart. It could be limited. It could be limited to this area here. And maybe from here on, they will start growing again. So be aware that the bottom of the channel, because this is a kind of a channel, could be the target for declines on Bitcoin. And if we take a look at this from the perspective of daily chart once more, I think that somewhere here we could think about buying. But a signal to buy will appear when the MACD goes bullish. Now it's bearish, so the MACD gives us some kind of relax, because as long as it's bearish, I don't want to be a buyer. Expecting that price could stop here makes me very careful with if I'm a seller, I wouldn't put my targets beyond this area. I think this could be a very interesting area of the end of the correction, and again a chance for a bullish move. So in my opinion, this could be what can happen in future, but it's not enough that they hit this support. For me, it's also important if MACD goes bullish. So it might be that for a few other days we'll see something like this. And when we see a green bar here, it will be for me a signal that the correction is over. My first target would be here. That's they could start growing from here because it was a very strong support. But if they break it, uh, they can go lower. They can even make this pullback here. MACD will give me an answer. Is it the end of the correction or not? Because when I look at this correlation which we had so many times before, I think that I still can believe that after making those declines, the MACD will start growing, and this will be a signal to buy. So that's my opinion on Bitcoin. If I would be a seller, my target would be around this channel support, which is 109,000. For sure, I wouldn't be a buyer now. As long as I don't see a bullish MACD, I'm not a buyer. Even if you look back in the history, even if the MACD goes a bit below the zero line, like now, and it changes to bullish, it is a bullish signal. And the same happened here when even the MACD didn't fall below the zero line and started growing. It was also a bullish signal to buy. And those were signals to buy, those were to sell, buy, sell. And now I'm waiting for a signal to buy, which might appear either here or maybe even somewhere lower. It doesn't matter where it will appear. I'm just waiting for a confirmation on the MACD. So that's my opinion on Bitcoin at the moment.
Yeah, I'm also bearish, and I see more bearish signs to continue lower. So let's see. Based on the bias, I'm bullish. Like the reaction we guys see and how the market came down and immediately recovered. This shows me bullish bias. But based on price action, we are still bearish.
Yeah, the price action is bearish, and my bearishness is limited to this area. So if I would be a seller, I would put my targets here on this channel support. But as long as MACD is not bullish, it's not a buy. But if they change to bullish, I think this will be a good opportunity to start buying. And what's also good, because it happens on daily chart, we mustn't be in a hurry, because let's say that this signal which appears here, there was a bullish candle, and I could say, okay, I can start buying here, and then I would have 4 or 5 days on minus before going bullish. So this can happen also here. Maybe it's not the best idea to enter the first green bar. Maybe wait for a small correction and then join it to have a better. So clear that it is worth waiting again for a green signal here. Okay, so I think we are still on the YouTube. So I hope that our viewers can see our approach to the Bitcoin. And I hope that after this live transmission will be over, because there's only 15 minutes. We have normally 1 hour. So I hope that you will join us also on the application or on the XM site. What else what else can you say? Do you have any other trading ideas?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm actually now reviewing, but for now, I don't have anything that I'm like, okay, let's get it. Uh, I was looking for the euro, but I didn't take anything yet. Um, Yeah, for now, my only setup is the Bitcoin, which I shared also in the community and in the stream just now, which you guys can still take.